Welcome to Get Jabby, folks. My name is Johnny Rome, and today Marvel released a behind-the-scenes featurette for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which comes out like so soon, May 6th, I believe. So we're going to check that out, but before we jump into it, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, all notifications, and please upvote this video if you're having a good time, just to let YouTube know you're having a good time with us. All right, let's get into it.
Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That is a dream come true.
Yeah, it is. It is a dream come true.
I got a call from my agent saying that Kevin Feige and the Marvel team were looking for a director for the new Doctor Strange movie. And I was a big fan of the first one. It was really intelligent and interesting. So when
I love that. I love when they do them.
This would be a really good challenge. Ready to go.
Sam is such a lovely human being.
So they have...
And obviously his standing in this
have like little lights here.
This genre in particular is legendary as it should be.
Yes. Horror! Give us horror!
Known for this terrorizing cinema experience.
Yeah.
He's creating as much tension as possible for the audience, just ready for them to have that jump scare moment.
Please, please jump scare me.
That was always where we were headed with the sequel to Doctor Strange, knowing that we wanted to explore the mind-bending, frightening side of the multiverse.
We need your help.
With what?
What do you know about the multiverse?
Telling the story was such a gigantic endeavor, and there's a lot of dimensionalized visuals that we use in telling that story. We shot it with an eye toward that.
I love
so
that.
I think it's going to be a very exciting experience to go to 3D.
You opened the doorway between universes, and we don't
Lots of tentacles.
What will walk through it? Strange!
Oh! May 6th! May 6th! Oh man, yeah, I cannot express how excited I am for this movie. Specifically with this behind the scenes featurette, I love watching the behind the scenes to all the movies. Like I've just been recently watching the Batman behind the scenes, which has been really fascinating. So I love when they release stuff like this. And while it doesn't necessarily give us a whole lot of new footage, just I love the insights into the practical sets that they're using. Because I know recently there have been a lot of people kind of clowning on Marvel because of all the green screen use in Spider-Man No Way Home. But I think a lot of that had to do with just COVID protocol stuff. Either way, the amount of detail that goes into the set work for this movie is so cool to see, especially in this age where we do get Spider-Man No Way Home, where it is more of like this big green screen, blue screen kind of thing. I have always been a believer that blue screen and green screen, you know, it does help, and I don't think it should be as antagonized as maybe people usually use it, but there is that over-reliance, right, on an overuse of blue screen, especially with Marvel. So seeing them go back to doing these like practical sets, and especially Sam Raimi being this practical horror filmmaker. I mean, Evil Dead, like Evil Dead 2, oh my gosh, what else did you do? But reintroducing the practicality of the horror sets, I think it creates this environment not only for the audience, but also for the actors to get much more into it. One really fascinating thing that I noticed from this is that Doctor Strange, the actors have like actual lights in their hands. I didn't know they do that. I always kind of just assumed it was like some grip off to the side, like shining a flashlight wherever the spell needs to go. But it looks like they're actual like Iron Man style hand lights, which is kind of really awesome to see. I don't know if I saw anything in here with Scarlet Witch using that similar thing, but I'd imagine she'd be using that same kind of, you know, red flashlight hand light thing for her magic. I think the imagery in this movie is just really imaginative, and I think that's the only place you can take Multiverse of Madness, like especially coming out of something like Everything Everywhere All at Once, where the multiverse is depicted with all these different sort of rules and facets and things that make different worlds work, if that makes sense. Seeing them go to different dimensions and not just having it be, oh, this dimension is just everyone wears clothes from the early 2000s in it, you know, for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and this dimension is like really dark and blue, but it's not Morbius. allegedly, for Andrew Webb. Andrew Garfield's universe, but actually having them go into different universes where they are molecularly changing, where the faces brick apart, where there are dinosaurs. I am really excited to see how they pull each of those different things from those different dimensions and put it all into this movie and try to make it work. And I think that's what I'm most scared about, is that this movie is going to be a little bloated. I know there was a clip recently where Bruce Campbell was talking about his involvement or non-involvement in this movie, and kind of one thing he mentioned was that Marvel had been telling Sam Raimi, oh, here are things that you have to take out, here are things that you have to put in, as they're shooting and as they're editing, so he doesn't necessarily know what is or isn't in the movie. And that makes me think back to when Sam Raimi did stuff for Spider-Man 3, and kind of he had his own thing that he wanted to do with Spider-Man 3, but the studio kind of interfered, and it made it a little bit more complicated. That said, I trust Marvel, I trust Kevin Feige and kind of everything he wants to do with it, but, you know, it makes me a little worried, but then we see trailers like this, and we get to see Sam Raimi do his horror movie thing, and I think that's really awesome. So either way, I'm really excited to see Sam Raimi doing his horror movie stuff, and I'm excited to see how that influence gets brought into the MCU and specifically in this movie. But all our questions will be answered on May 6th, and I'm very, very excited for that. But like everyone else, we'll just have to wait till May 6th. How far away is that? Like a week and a half? Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us today at Get Jabby. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, all notifications, and upvote this video to let YouTube know that you're liking to hang out with us and you want to keep hanging out with us. You can find me on all social media platforms at It's Johnny Rome. My name is Johnny Rome. Thanks for watching.